So I'm 22 years old, and I feel like the amount of lessons that I've learned, on the one hand is incredible and beautiful, but on the other hand, I'm still at that age where I fuck up and I continue to fuck up. But some things I've definitely learned these years. Here are 22 things that I've learned in 22 years of life. You can't control everything that happens in life, but you can control the way that you react to it. You can't control other people, but what you can control is your emotional response to the things that happen. Something will externally be happening in the world, something that maybe is not what you had hoped for. It's not a positive thing. There's no need to actually emotionally respond to what's happening externally. You can observe something that's bad. You can still, with practice, remain calm and centered amidst the most stressful situations by knowing that you have the power to control your emotional responses. You can't control life, but you can control the way that you perceive things. And I know that this is easier said than done, maybe. Just to give you some background, I think I am what they call an HSP, or a hypersensitive person. Stimuli of any kind, light, sound, everything really overwhelms me. I'm very, very, very hypersensitive. I've had situations in the past where friends would vent to me their feelings and et cetera, and tell me their problems. And I wouldn't just listen, I would secondhand take on all of those problems. With time, like recognizing your patterns and knowing that, okay, for the sake of your health, you really do have to put up that barrier of, I cannot let your problems become mine. Manifestation is real. So real. It's like the realest thing that I know. And that can go for any goal, any dream, any job, any person. I've manifested so many things into my life that it still blows me away, and I know this is a fact because there have been times in my life when I've dreamt and I've imagined certain situations, and I've energetically became the type of person that would bring in those situations, and they have happened to the T. And every single time I'm still like, how the hell did this happen? I dreamt of this. You are what you dream of. You are what you imagine yourself to be. You are who you think you are, if that makes sense. And what you can change is who you think you are and the kind of person that you portray yourself to be. Know that I hear people talking about doing this all the time, and I never do it. And I did it a couple times, and what do you know? Everything came true. Write down the way that you want your life to be 2 months from now, 1 month from now. You wake up in the morning, and what do? What does it smell like? Who are the people that surround you? What kind of relationships are in your life? Make a very, very detailed list. Put that paper somewhere, stick it on your wall. And every single day I would just kind of be slightly reminded of it. Every single thing on that list came true. Mind you, I didn't like wish to become an astronaut or anything, but things that completely were not in line with my reality at the time, I made a note to change. And I did so, kind of without even trying. Before taking any kind of pill prescribed by a doctor, research the living shit out of it. Research it to death. Read reviews. Do not blindly take something that a doctor gives you or recommends you to do just because he is a doctor. I've had doctors prescribe me antibiotics that when I looked into it, and my mom looked into it, my mom works in the medical field, this is an antibiotic that they give to like last stage cancer patients. So had I taken this antibiotic that he was like, yeah, it's cheap, just take it. It was for a sinus infection. That would have been a horrible situation. And I've had multiple situations this year where I went to doctors and they've prescribed me stuff that have just completely threw my life into chaos. So maybe this is an obvious one, but just in case people don't know this through personal experience, do not just blindly accept any medication that a doctor gives you. Research it, make the decision for yourself. Don't trust a doctor just because he is a doctor. And don't trust me just because you like me. What I'm basically trying to get at is research for yourself, think for yourself, know your body, know your mind, know your blood levels, know your hormone levels, know the way that you work and operate and think best, and then act upon that. Don't just listen to any random person because their reality is not your reality. Something really beautiful that I heard this year that still to this day I think about is this quote, or just saying that somebody said, treat your body as if it belonged to somebody that you love. Treat your body as if it belonged to somebody you love. Would you eat the same foods? It's kind of just something to think about. Huge lesson for me that I'm still learning every single day is stop taking everything so seriously. Nothing is that serious. The older I get and the more thoughts I have, and the more one thought leads to another, and those two thoughts keep growing and growing, and there's multiple endless possibilities and answers and questions that I have through life. I am a thinker by nature. This is just who I've always been. It's not just something that you can tell me to stop thinking so much, but something that has helped me immensely when I start to overthink. Just to conclude, nothing is that serious. If we're just on a rotating ball, we are just these microscopic little beings. It's gonna be all right. You can't run from your problems or your karma. When I was younger and I didn't understand, I didn't reflect on why I was doing this, why I was avoiding certain people, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna leave this toxic friend and that's it, and I'm gonna have a positive, great life. Or I'm gonna leave this city because it's toxic and the other city will not be toxic. The thing is, nothing is do or die. Everything is karmic, everything. And there is a reason that toxic friend made its way into your life. And until you clear that karmic path, you can leave that toxic friend. You're gonna find another one right there behind him. Everything is karma, and I learn this every single day. You can't really run from anything until you learn to maturely deal with it and kind of heal through whatever part of you attracted that in the first place, and whatever part of you wanted that, whatever trauma, whatever experiences in the past, whatever conditioning, clear that, and then you don't even have to leave your toxic city. It's really as easy to get out of a situation as it is to decide that you really want to. So if you really wanted to do something, you would just do it. That's just something I personally learned, is like, when I'm constantly thinking, oh, why can't I just do that? Why can't I just do that? Why can't I just stop doing that? Well, it's because deep down I know I don't really want it. Because when I really want something, it comes to me like nothing else, because it's what I'm incredibly focused on. Cliche, probably, but when you really love yourself, everything falls into place. When you're in alignment with yourself, when you truly love yourself, and that can go superficially and non-superficially and internally, personality-wise, when you just love yourself as a human being, everything else just falls into place magically. And there's no other, I feel, secret code to it besides learn to come to peace with who you are. Learn to love yourself. Whatever you have to do that, to love yourself, do it, because that's like it's the foundation of like everything that could ever occur in life. You don't have to push yourself out of your skin to survive, and you shouldn't, because you're resisting to your truth. So something that I've personally done a lot, and something that I hear a lot of other people do, is constantly resisting and fighting against who they are. And that goes for a lot of things. That can go for a job, that can go for looking a certain way, being a certain way, having a certain group of friends. And it's like, when it feels like you're constantly hitting this wall and it's like, nope, I'm not gonna let you in, nope, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, something's not adding up, you're resisting to your truth. This is life symbolism of showing you that you're not acting according to your truth, to who you really should be. Like, these are all subtle signs that add up to show you that you don't have to push yourself out of your skin to survive, and you shouldn't. Honesty is beautiful. I think honesty is what makes a person most beautiful. Whatever that means to somebody, their honest state, their honest being who you are naturally, a sense of honesty with themselves and others. There's the concept of working hard, and we tend to glamorize the fact that we are so busy. We have so many meetings. We work so hard. And that's stupid, in my opinion. Taking a smaller amount of time and working smarter in that amount of time than kind of doing whatever the hell and being all over the place for 12 hours a day is silly. I would rather work smart and work less and enjoy my life and actually have the time to sleep, eat, breathe, and have friends than be so busy running around to meetings. There's absolutely nothing glamorous about being incredibly busy. It's not something that people, I feel, should strive to. So those are all of the things that I came up with. If I think of anything else, I will leave it in the comments below. Let me know a big realization that you had in your life. I think this is a really cool topic, or like tag video, I guess, on YouTube. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys in Paris, because I'm going to Paris this week. Bye.